Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hackers' Misadventures in Scale Modeling. Today, I have a little treat for you. I got this from ANYZ. Now, I had requested a copy of this book, and I received one. Now, what I didn't realize was the fact that I ended up with two. So, having said that, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with the second copy. Well, we'll kind of work on that later. But in the meanwhile, let's have a look at the one I got. Okay, we'll move this over a little bit. There we go. So, I read this over last night, and I gotta say, this is a fantastic book. I'm gonna lower this down a little bit more so we get a better view of it. You have to excuse, I'm packing things up, so everything's sort of a mess right now, but there, that's good. So, let's have a look. There's like 4 different builds. You got the DH, the Havilland 2, the Tornado, the Kawasaki 48 Lily, the Ida, and the P40. Now, Will Patterson, I know. I follow Will Patterson on YouTube. He's a great modeler. A lot of these guys are great modelers. Tom is a great modeler. Chris is a great modeler. And we'll have a look at, like, the cockpits on these things are great. Now, being in World War I, you don't have much detail. But the thing is, with ANYZ's parts, you get stuff like this and like that. Parts that saves you trying to make it. Now, the book is well written. It goes through the story about why he chose the kit and the things he did, how to do the wood, the canvas, the leather, the metal, so on. It shows you in work progress pictures, which I like. That tells me a lot. It shows you how he did the seat, how he did the rest of the cockpit, the sidewalls, little stuff like this. Little stuff like this is stuff that type of stuff that ANYZ makes. Nice instrument panel. This is a wingnut wings kit, so it comes pretty well detailed, but adding ANYZ products really highlights it. Like, this is beautiful work. I mean, look at the detail on that. But this is the one I like. This is a modern cockpit. Look at the detail on that. Look at what he's put into it. Now, in this one, he started out with the resin cockpit, which was better than the kit made one. And as you can see, if you want to go with that, that's fine. The cockpit's well detailed. But what he did was he went through, got these parts, and he went through and cut off all the dials and stuff. Then, using a drill press, a hand drill, finger drill, he redid all the holes. Even in the PE parts, he redid some of the holes. Okay, get this thing to focus for you. Doesn't seem to want to focus all of a sudden. But you can see in this picture, when it focuses, you can see all the holes that he drilled out. How he made oxygen hose. Other parts he added. As you see in this, how the cockpit's coming alive. He wiring on the back of the consoles. See, there's another part of him working on replacing the parts. He put the decals down first. All the decals for the instruments and that. Then he put the switches and that in. See? He got all that done first. And it looks fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Then he starts putting in the little different parts and switches and that into it. He has fantastic, he does have fantastic product. And there's the end result. Look at that cockpit. Look at that cockpit. If I had a place to work, I'd be doing the same thing. But right now, as you know, there's like a Lily, Japanese, World War II Japanese bomber. All the work that Chris went into making this one. All the parts and details he put into it. Better seats. He made a new yoke for the pilot. You remember, this is 1/48 scale. So look at the instrument panel he made. Like, this is fantastic stuff. I like reading stuff like this. Look at the wire. Look at the wiring he did. Seats. Look at that. Fantastic. And there's the one side. I'll flip it over so you can. And there's the other side. It's like, wow, this is really good stuff. He also does 1/72nd scale aircraft. I-36 Ida. I have to look that one up. I'm familiar with a lot of Japanese aircraft, but some of them I come across and I'm going like, okay, I don't know that one. I have to look. But it's obviously a single engine aircraft, so I'll have to look it up. But again, he does stuff like I would do. I would put in the structure, build a new floor. Then he uses all the little parts. See, this is the stuff that Tony Anyz makes. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it. ANYZ. I'll just say Anyz because I am not too sure. So, look at that. Stuff like that. You just gotta love stuff like this. You gotta love stuff like this. Look at the part he made. The new cockpit, instrument panel, and there's the finished cockpit unpainted. Now we come across somebody I enjoy watching on YouTube. Will. Now I've seen him working on this one on YouTube. And I've seen him explaining doing 3D prints of seats and that, so, and other parts. skill I like to learn. Will has a background in that, so he knows what he's doing more than I do, to be honest. But he's taking P40M. Now, I believe this one is the trumpeter kit. Let me check. I read it, but I forgot what kit it was. I should have highlighted it. I'm pretty sure this is the trumpeter kit. But he goes through how his 3D printer. I remember an episode where he had to do some maintenance on it and stuff. But there's the real deal, and there's his computer image of the seat, some other parts, and then there's the printed seats. I'll have to go back here. Anyways, it doesn't give me the. I'm pretty sure this is the trumpeter kit. Will, if I'm wrong, let me know. I have no problem admitting I was wrong. But look at the detail. Will is a very good modeler too. I enjoy watching him. I enjoy watching his detail work. I learn a lot from Will. Paint. He's not afraid to weather things. Like, that's obviously how a seat would look being used. It's just not stays painted. There's like scuff marks on the floor, etc. And there's the cockpit. Come on, focus. Focus! I feel like in the theater. Focus! Focus! I'll get better equipment someday. But there's a better picture. And that's the cockpit. And this is the cockpit on the back. So, my opinion, this is a book you should get. It covers a lot of different eras. It shows you how to use Tony's products, and I highly recommend this book. I enjoyed reading it last night. And I refrain from drooling on it. As I said earlier about when I do a review, I'll try not to drool on it. You can learn a lot from these guys. And to tell you the truth, if you want, I would highly recommend going to Tony's site and buying his products. I will try to. I've never done it before, so I'm going to give it a shot, but I'm going to put the URL in the description so you can go to the site and check it out. Anyways, thank you for the book, Tony, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope to catch you later. And remember, every build's an adventure, so go make it awesome, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.